I finally have a vanity and a good setup to sit down and film makeup videos. I have my son with me today though, so I'm going to have parts of this video with voiceovers, which I think might actually be nice to go into detail of how I'm doing my makeup. But I'm gonna go take photos, so I thought I would show you how I could do this like really soft glam that photographs really well. So I hope you guys enjoy. I have acne prone, like textured skin. You'll see that in the video. So if you also have textured skin, I'm right there with you.
Hi guys, so one of my most important steps on days where I want my makeup to last 10 plus hours is layering this Hourglass concealer under my foundation. I let it get tacky. It's waterproof, so it just really helps everything last. It also diffuses my pores and fills in the lines. I love this concealer so much.
I've been pretty much just using the House Labs and Giorgio Armani, but I've been so obsessed with this REM foundation. I don't know why this isn't more popular. It gives you so much coverage while not feeling heavy. I love this so much. So I feel like this is gonna be my like go-to fall foundation. So I have 5 in light, and then my darker shade is light 10 in W. She has such a good neutral shade range. So I'm just taking my light shade and my darker shade and mixing them together. Like the more you mix together, the better shade you can get. I love the coverage of this, that it doesn't look cakey, but it gives you a nice amount of coverage while also feeling really natural on your skin. Like, it looks really full coverage, and like, I don't know, I like the finish of it too. I think it has like a satin finish. I also really like that she has a really good shade range, especially for neutral undertones. Little goes a long way. 2 pumps is way more than enough. I should have done like half a pump of each.
Blue.
Ah! Somebody say that her foundation has skincare ingredients, and I feel like that's probably why it feels like so comfortable on your skin and glowy while also like being full coverage. I'm really loving this one. So yeah, also been obsessed with these BK Beauty brushes. They are so dense and soft. This one has been my go-to, the BK 101 brush. These brushes are for makeup artists, so I feel like they do look like artistry brushes.
Usually I apply a lip mask before I start my makeup, so I have a good base at the end of my makeup to apply my lipstick. One of my favorite parts of makeup is going in with a contour. I like to really slim my face and make my forehead look a little bit smaller. And I like to use a lighter neutral shade just for like a soft shadow, and then I'll go back in with a darker shade to add more definition. I feel like this really helps blend everything and have a nice soft gradient. If you don't know where to start your contour, just go directly perpendicular from your face. I also always contour the sides of my nose and then a little bit on the tip just to lift it a little bit. And I also really like to contour the crease of my eyes. That way I have a good base for my eyeshadow to pop. I've also been loving this Huda Filter liquid blush. It adds such a nice radiance and just like melts into my contour so nicely. I also really like this doe foot applicator it has, so I can dot it on in all the little crevices and especially on the tip of my nose as well. This brush from EcoTools is literally $8.99 and I've been using it for years. I just like how it keeps all the pigment exactly where I want it. It blends everything so nicely without moving the color around or making your contour look muddy. Then I like to go in again with my Makeup by Mario dual-ended foundation brush. I like to go in with something without any product just to blend it extra well and make everything look seamless. But I really like how the brush on this one is slanted, so it just kind of hugs all the curves on your face perfectly. Then I like to go in with a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than my foundation to highlight the bridge of my nose, my forehead, under my eyes, under my contour, and on my chin. also go in with more of like a peachy shade to neutralize the blue and the purple right where my under eye circles are, and then I'll let that sit so it can really create more of a pigment. I know this may seem redundant, but I like to go back and forth with my liquid products and just kind of build them up exactly how I want. So while my concealer is drying, I like to go in with more blush a little bit closer to my eye. And then once I go back to blend out my concealer, I can kind of take away however much I want if it looks like too much. I have been loving this angled 506 brush from BK Beauty. It just blends everything out so seamlessly and makes everything look really smooth. When I tell you there's no powder that will ever beat the MAC powders for me, they're just so good. I literally have so many shades. I like using some as contours or highlights. I just use them for everything. But the MAC natural skin finishes are so good for keeping everything really skin-like and not looking cakey. It just has such a nice radiance to it. Then I'm going in with my LYS Harmony Matte Bronzer. I like the finish on this, how it's really velvety, and it's also at a really good price point. I think they're like $22, and they have good ingredients as well. So it's talc free. I also think there's niacinamide in this and a few other really good skincare ingredients. And then I always just use my same contour to go in on my crease. I like to go in the outer corner just to lift my eye, and then slightly above my crease just to make my eyes look a little bit bigger.
Mama, it's a bad baby. I have red eyes.
That's Shell Bell.
I have red eyes.
Okay, we got it quiet enough in here. I hope the voiceover's going well. If you guys are okay with voiceovers, I could film a lot more. It's just, you know, I got a little toddler watching TV. Oh, turning on the Dyson once again. I have been liking the Huda Easy Bake as well as the Givenchy Prism Libre. All right, the light keeps kind of moving. Hopefully that's not annoying. I hope it's aesthetic. I really want to get the new ones because I guess you can put the powder puff in the lid and then put it in your purse to touch up throughout the night. I love that. The Nikki LaRose collection is so good, and all the brushes look so sleek and beautiful. So anytime I mix the Hourglass concealer, it always makes your skin look like you have a filter. I really like how it's looking with the REM foundation. And then I feel like the other thing that really helps is powders, which is why you really need to hydrate your skin. Skin prep is so important because you can't apply a bunch of powder onto dry skin or else it's gonna look just not very good. So I also kind of like to highlight and powder like this weird little spot right here. That's why I kind of like blow out like this. I feel like it gets in the cracks. I also will kind of powder around my lips, so when I apply lip liner, I feel like it creates like a better base for it to stick onto. And then after I powder, sometimes I go back in again with just a little bit more bronzer. And for that last little dusting of bronzer, I really like this MAC. Oh my gosh, it's off. But all of my MAC brushes that I picked up in like 2012 through 2016 really held up. Also, the MAC Give Me Sun. This brush and this bronzer were made for each other, and I swear anytime I'm taking photos, I just need to use the MAC Give Me Sun because it gives your skin the most gorgeous bronze look. It's like the oranges, I feel like I can go without looking straight up orange. I rarely do a red lip or a bold lip or anything like that, but anytime you see me with a red lip, this is the bronzer I use. Just, I don't know what it is about this bronzer, but it makes the base looks so good with darker lips. So in the fall and winter, this is a really good bronzer to have. I feel like there's a lot of new brands that are like the cool girl, clean girl makeup. But you guys, MAC is always gonna be one of my favorite brands. You can never go wrong with MAC. It always looks good in photos. Anytime I'm going to go take photos, I almost always use a MAC powder because it's just so good. There's packages, should we open them? What blush should we finish with?
I need it's
Got these two blushes I've been loving from Tower 28.
Yeah, sure.
If you don't want to spend a lot, the Wet n Wild blushes are so good. Oh, of course, my number one favorite blush is always going to be my Patrick Ta blushes, but I don't have them in here. I am so thankful that I'm on YSL PR. I've been wanting to try this blush for so long. They sent over the shade 15. I think I'm gonna pick up a lighter shade for the fall, or more of a mauve tone, because this is really pigmented and it's good for the summer, but moving into fall, this is really bright. But I kind of like how it gives that. I feel like I have to barely dust that on. See how I barely touched and added so much color. It's really pretty. Oh yeah, it's intense.
It's a picture.
It is a picture.
Is
that you and your best friend?
Yeah, that's so and that's me.
Blush makes life so much more fun. It's so flirty, brings some life to your face. Oh, you guys.
Open it.
You gotta like work slowly with this.
I want the sound.
You want the sound? Okay. Well, back to the voiceover.
Usually I would have started with my brow gel. Today I forgot, so I just added it here, but I'm actually not mad about it. I really like how this eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario was inspired by human skin tones from light to deep. I also really like to stick to matte eyeshadows on days that I'm going to be photographed or filming, just because it mimics the shadows of your face, just like in a very natural way. Another product that I've been using for years and will always come back to. I love my Sweet Tea lip liner. It's just really easy to apply. It blends really well. And I've also been loving using it as eyeliner. It just keeps everything like really soft and natural and smoky. I love this hack. And to make my eyes look a little bit more refreshed and awake, I always like to go in with a white eyeshadow on my inner corner and also on the bridge of my nose.
So yeah, this is my current makeup routine, super glowy, and just it photographs so well. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you try anything out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.